You know, you fast forward to 2020.
Yes.
Bill Cosby is in prison.
Yes.
And OJ's playing golf.
Yes. But Bill's where he's supposed to be.
You think so?
I know so.
You know so.
I mean, I believe give me one, give me two, but when it get up to 700 of them, when it get a lot.
I mean, did you ever hear stories coming up about Bill?
I heard. But you wouldn't say nothing to him. And, you hear it. People heard it before.
Did you ever come in contact with Bill?
I met him once. I got turned off with Bill when we finally got a vehicle such as Def Jam, and he was the most powerful man, and as a black man in our genre, and he condemned it. He sit there and said cussing and it's ignorant and it making us look bad, and we as comics was like, Bill, they're not giving us no shot. If we can't even get in these improv clubs unless we conform to what they wanted to do. We couldn't get on the Tonight Show. We couldn't get on anything. This the only vehicle is, and we're speaking to our people. Even if you believe it that way, why would you come out and use your platform to denigrate us? And you talking about cussing and everything. And then when his ass went to look for bail on appeal when he was convicted, and they told him, no, the prosecutor told him, no, apprehend him now and take him to jail because he has the means, because he has a jet, he has money, and he jumped up, I ain't got no motherfucking jet. I say, well, Bill, now it's cool for you to say motherfucker when they on your ass? Pull your pants up. Y'all are bad parents. We trying to give our kids some self-esteem. They fighting a different thing. Yeah, they should pull their pants up. But we down at the front line, on the front motherfucking line. You up in the heels. They treating you better because you're Bill. Now look how they treating you when they accuse you some shit and you feel it ain't right. Look how they treat you. Now you want us to gallop around to your ass and just sit here and take your word. When you ain't had that same compassion when we was going through it.
Yeah, I remember I interviewed Tamala Jones, and she remembers firsthand, when she did a Booty Call, Bill just totally trashed that movie.
He thought that we focused on advertising sex, and he missed it. We were talking about safe sex, and it was during the movement of when our people our age were talking about sex. TLC had the condoms over the eye.
Right.
So it was like, you can't stop people from doing what they're going to do, but you can advise them on how to be careful while they're doing it. He didn't get it.
What did he say exactly?
He said this film was disgusting and that it showed that African American young people only think about body parts and sex.
And you just hear stories like this over and over again.
Yes.
Of black comedians and black actors just getting the tail end of the stick, when it comes to Bill's comments.
Yes. You got to understand, he was the first black man ever to be on a network television show. He was royalty to the establishment.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of embracing that to where we are now, the number one seller in all these comments, saying he went in that motherfucker and condemned us. The only vehicle we had, the only platform that gave you Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, Martin Lawrence, Jamie Foxx, all of this.
Dave Chappelle.
D.L.
Hughley. Yeah.
Me, all of us. Chris Tucker gave us all these. Mm-hmm. If he had it his way, he would have shut that shit down.
Facts.
Shut it down. He wanted to shut the shit down. It carried no weight because of the language he didn't like. He didn't see no artistic value in it at all. And I'm supposed to respect that now that you getting into some shit now all of a sudden? Fuck out of here. Go through the system, motherfucker. Now you know how it feels.
Right. I mean, even Eddie Murphy still takes jabs at him.
Of course. Because he saw it when he did Raw. Called him, your son went to go see him. He used all the love. And Eddie said in our porn, called me, listen to what he said, called me and chastised me because he's Bill. And what he was saying, he feel that he could go around telling other motherfuckers what they supposed to do. He speaks for us like we monolithic, that he's our leader.
Yeah.
He said, I try to tell some jokes between the motherfuckers kiss my ass. What did he say, son? He said all these words, motherfucker, and this, and you said the shit, and this and that. Motherfucker, I'm insulted. Had to call Richard Pryor, tell a nigga shut the fuck up, have a coke and a smile and kiss my ass. Did they pay you and that stuff? It's subjective, Bill. Yeah. That's all.
And it's too bad because I actually like Bill's stand-up. Like Bill Cosby himself, I thought was an all-time classic. He was a very funny guy, and he made a huge impact. You know, I forgot who said it. Someone I interviewed basically said they feel like Obama as a black president was because of the foundation that Bill Cosby put in.
True. And it's a shame that we needed a foundation for this, but he should take credit of it. But he also chastised the motherfucker that was coming up that didn't follow the straight cut what he supposed to be off of it. And because of old people like him, and that mental is why our kids are in the street with a disconnect and not listening to their elders. You have to communicate with our kids. You can't tell them what to do. You have to talk to them and let them tell you where they're at and tell them, suggest this is a better way.